Howard the Duck and Plague Doctor from
Who in Plague Doctor?
Howard the Duck.
Oh, okay.
He's been in my mind the last like 700 games.
Why?
Every time I think of a character, Howard the Duck. No.
I think I said his name randomly like 15 minutes ago or something. Or I
I
thought
don't think
it.
you did.
Then I thought
No,
it
you
as
must have
well.
thought it. Yeah. So every like I said, the last couple of Hunger Games we done, every single time it's like, okay, I need to think of characters. Howard the Duck.
Howard
No.
the Duck.
No. He's the first thing that comes to mind.
It's crazy. I'm glad he's here.
Kindred from League of Legends. Frank Morrison, Mikan Samugi, Pyramid Head, and the original Sinner.
Okay.
They're gonna get along terribly. Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Clark from the Yogscast. Darkness of Konosuba, and Kazuma. Mbessa, Battle Beast. Is there something named Mbessa from Invincible as well?
Not to my knowledge.
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
Tootaroo. Pandora's winds scream like the living thing. Everyone moves at once. Achu, where are we?
Pandora.
Well, I know that. Oh, I should have had a Tori.
Yeah. Next
I'm
time.
glad there's no more. Yeah, and XQC. Bro!
That'd be a good duo.
Mr. Fantastic and the Predator split up perfectly. Reed snatches 2 compact shields and a coil of cable. Predator takes a spear and a net launcher, a small battery pack for cloak recharge. They don't rush the center. Predator circles around, scaring like a shark. Ambessa and Battle Beast go straight through the middle. Ambessa claims a heavy cleaver. Battle Beast rips off a scrap axe off a rack and dares anyone try to stop him. Dokkaebi and Nightwing grab a drone kit, short rifle, and satchel with EMP stunners. Nightwing moves like a shadow, physically pulling Dokkaebi out of sightlines before shots start landing. Kindred and Weiss take medium-range rifles and rapier replacements, then immediately retreat to higher rocks. Weiss is already tracing. Why is Kindred with... Oh, never mind. Sorry. Darkness and Konosuba, snack armor plates, buckler, knife, and smoke bombs. Howard and Plague Doctor grab a small pistol, 3 magazines only. Why does this specify? Disinfectant glass vials and corrosive sludge. Howard pockets a grenade like a sandwich.
What?
What is that supposed to mean?
It's a grenade like a sandwich.
Frank and Mikan scoop a hatchet and medkit. Mikan clutches bandages like a lifeline. Frank scans for easy prey. Sweet Tooth and Anyo siege a shotgun with 4 shells and a crowbar. Sweet Tooth laughs too loudly. Anyo says nothing. Coraline and Bastion focus on survival gear, water, toolkit, and mid-tier seal module. Bastion's turret mode is activated, save for emergencies only. Caroline keeps him moving. King and Gabeline hesitate. King's legend aura makes several tributes flinch away. Nobody wants to be the first to test him. Gibeon uses fear to Gaibon uses fear to secure crossbows. Ben Franklin and Thomas Clark grab wire nails, scrap springs, less weapons, more future problems for others. Scrap building materials. Pyramid Head and the Center take a brutal cleaver and chain. Pyramid Head doesn't spin. He advances like gravity. What does that mean? Advances like gravity.
I don't know.
Does he float at people? Does he fall?
He just, yeah.
Cargo pod. Frank Morrison darts to knife Carolina. Small target, easy kill. Nightwing moves before he thinks. A bad time cracks Frank's wrist. The knife clatters. Frank recoils eyes. Blah, blah, blah. Frank recoils, eyes wild. Wrong move, hero. Bastion swivels up the turret. Barreling and whining. Caroline squeaks Bastion. Bastion fires a controlled burst into the ground near Frank. Warning shots that sprays dirt and rock. Later, he says splits and retreats, running into scrap alleys. Nightwing exhales, we can't save everyone. Caroline thanks for saving her. Bastion fires a controlled burst into... Oh, I heard that. The first night on Pandora is cold, sharp, and loud. Reed and Predator take cliffside nests overlooking the basin. Predator sets a perimeter, tripwires, traps, hanging net. Reed tests shields to charge. Cycle is already playing their endgame. Mbessa and Balbeast camp in a wrecked bus. Mbessa sleeps with one eye open. Balbeast doesn't sleep at all. He waits. Dokkaebi and Nightwing occupy a bandit shack with working power. Dokkaebi tries to rig a comm jammer. Nightwing checks the exit, silently worries about how long he can keep his code. Weiss and Kindred take to the high ridge. Lamb is still. Wolf prowls. Weiss shivers but holds steady, whispering will survive by precision. Cosmo and Darkness hide in a drainage culverts. Cosmo sets cans on strings as alarms. Darkness stares into the dark, smiling like it's a date. Howard and Plague Doctor hunker in a half-buried container. Plague Doctor inventories toxins. Howard complains about everything to stay calm. Ben Franklin and Thomas Clark set up traps in junk quarters. Nails oil slick and spring-loaded scrap door. They giggle like it's a science fair. Sweet Tooth in an annual stock rather than camp. Annual marks pass. Sweet Tooth hums. Pyramid Head and Sinner stand in the open moonlight like they dare someone to come close. King and Gaibahan take shelter underneath a collapsed billboard. Frank and Mekon hide in an outhouse-sized shack. Mekon patches Frank's bruised wrist while he curses. Annual slips through the junk corridor, trying to flank someone sleeping. She steps wrong. What the heck? She steps wrong. The spring-loaded scrap panel snaps shut like a guillotine. Jagged metal slamming into her thigh, pinning her. She bites her lip to avoid screaming. Sweet Tooth charges in to pull her free, but too loud, too angry. The noise rock skags. The two lean, hungry skag burst from the dark. Sweet Tooth smashes one with a crowbar. The other leaps at Enyo's pinned leg. Enyo tries to stab it at a awkward angle, pinned down. She misses the skag and it clamps onto her throat. Sweet Tooth roars and tears it off, but the damage is done. Enyo gurgles, eyes wide, hands trembling against Sweet Tooth's coat. She dies.
Goddamn.
By morning, the arena's first safe zones ping lights up, echoes of new boundaries shrinking towards a derelict bandit outpost and old Daw pumping station. Movement becomes mandatory. Predator tests the board. Predator spots King and Gaibon crossing open ground. King's reputation aura is strong, where the president doesn't care about the legends, only blood. A net whips out. Gaibon dodges midair, wings snapping open. King freezes, accidentally looks terrifying by doing nothing. Gaben spits fire. Predator cloaks flickers as the heat distorts it. Reed yanks the Predator back with a stretchy arm, snapping him behind cover. Reed murmurs, "Not yet." The Predator snarls, more annoyed at the restraint and the danger. Frank sees Howard crossing a narrow gully with the Plague Doctor. Frank rushes in with his knife. Howard yelps and fires wildly. The Plague Doctor calmly tosses a vial at Frank's boots. It breaks. The acid sludge hisses up. Frank staggers back, shoes smoking. Mekon drags him away, trembling. Don't do that, you get yourself killed. Frank rins through the pain. And Ben Franklin and Thomas Clark, now with one duo partner, move What? What does that mean? Moves smarter, more cautious. Ben pockets a spare wire and leaves tiny gifts. Quote unquote
Okay.
gifts.
What does that mean?
Probably traps.
Okay. Yeah.
At Bandit Outpost, multiple duels converge. It has water, cover, ammo my coffee, and ammo caches. I didn't put anything in it. It's whatever. I can live there.
Let's see.
It's just it's on the brick next to my fire. So it literally just
Yeah. Burn your house down.
at the Bandit Outpost. Yeah, burning my house down with coffee. Uh,
The burner.
Multiple duels converge. It has water cover ammo, but what though could be Nightwing arrive first, set up defensive perch. Sweet Tooth arrives alone, dragging Andrew's blood on his sleeve like a banner. That's because Andrew's body. Frank and Mekon approach from the rear, desperate for supplies. Cosmo and Darkness creep in quietly. Howard and Plague Doctor circle the perimeter. Pyramid Head and Sinner move straight towards the center. Frank tries to ambush Sweet Tooth, thinking the clown is just a loud brute. He's half right.
Yeah.
Frank leaps from the cover, knives out. Sweet Tooth turns and catches his wrist, crushing it. Frank screams in agony. Mekon rushes forward, panicking, saying, "Please stop." Sweet Tooth headbutts Frank, then shoves him backward into a rusted spike fence. The metal punctures deep. Frank slides down, eyes unfocused, blood pooling in the dust. Mekon crawls to him, hands shaking. Trying to hold the wound closed. Mekon sobs over his dead body, though. Alone now, the arena does what it wants when it wants.
Bless.
Oh, Nightwing watched from above. He could have intervened, but he didn't.
Oh shit.
That makes sense, though. Nightwing is a bit more brutal.
Yeah.
He does have a code, but it's more like a don't.
His code was also wavering earlier. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Why does it give me sources option? Yeah, what sources you get from this?
The Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.com. Sex.com.
Yeah.
Predator activates a cloak to stalk King and Gaibon, crossing salt flats. The pulse hits. What the? Oh, the fucking event's just hallucinations again. Bandits. Give me options. Give me options.
Yeah.
Give me options. There's orbital strikes from Hyperion, Vault Key, Pulsing, which that's just fucking technology's worse. Bandit War Week, no bandits fight tributes directly. Gunfires, explosions, and fires break out across zones. Skag, breeding season. Oh, why is it worded like that?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, a bit fruity.
True.
ChatGPT
Skags is
supports
bad.
bestiality.
I approve.
I like the satellite just shooting people.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd say that or the bandits.
let's just do the fucking satellite.
Okay.
Pandora punches stillness. Movement saves lives. Hesitation kills. A dead Hyperion satellite flickers to life above. Pandora targeting systems ancient cracked. Distorted corporate voice echoes from the arena. Target's accusations online. Please remain calm. No one does. A distant whine builds into a scream. The first orbital shell slams into the Badlands. A hot white pillar of fire punctures a crater into the earth.
Alright.
Howard the Duck and the Plague Doctor. They're crossing a salt flat when the ground explodes behind them. Howard dives, feathers singed. Why is it always me? The Plague Doctor drags him to a ravine, methodically checking burns. Remain mobile, the Doctor says calmly. The sky is hunting. On the ridge, Weiss erects a small glyph to stabilize footing. The glyph lights up. Too much energy. The wolf snarls. Move it, Lamb says softly. They leap just as artillery obliterates the ridge they were on. Weiss lands hard, shoulder dislocated. Yugon Tsumugi wanders alone now, shock making her slow. She stops to rewrap her hands. That's enough. A target beam flickers over her position. She looks up to the kindred, fires an arrow past her, shattering rock outcrop and breaking the rock. The shell hits the rock instead, sending shrapnel everywhere. Mikon collapses, bleeding but alive. The two inventors see opportunity where others see terror. Franklin squints at the sky. It targets predictably. Thomas Clark says so we give into its nonsense. They break scrap reflectors, hot metal plates, and rolling heat decoys, turning battlefield to a confusing mess of false targets. An artillery shell wipes out an entire empty gully instead of them. Franklin nods approvingly. Darkness runs towards explosions. Kazuma screams, why are you like this? An artillery shell hits close. Darkness plants herself between Kazuma and the blast. She's hurled back, armor dented, laughing through the pain. She's just a masochist.
Oh, yeah.
And Bessa tries times the shell impacts, moves between detonations. Balbeast laughs as shockwaves roll over him. Finally, he says, a worthy sky. They cross an open ground. Others, they're not. Their unpredictably makes it impossible to satellites track them. Reed analyzes the shell cadence instantly. 4-second cycles, heat-based. We zigzag. The Predator uses the blast. Timing cloak sprints between detonations, masking movements with explosions. What? They become ghosts in the chaos. Dokubi's drone is flying mid-flight by an MP interference from the near miss. Nightwing yanks her from behind a slag pile. As it disintegrates, she laughs shakily. Sweet Tooth walks openly through falling ash, laughing. Artillery targets him. He lets it. At the last second, he ducks into the crater left by the previous blast. The shell detonates overhead. When the dust clears, Sweet Tooth climbs out, soot blackened and grinning whiter as ever. Your turn, he says to the sky.
Hell yeah.
Bastion enters turret modes to cover Caroline's sprint. Caroline says, Bastion, no. Bastion immediately disengages and gets hit. He's alive, but badly damaged.
Damn.
King freezes when targeting laser sweeps over him. He trembles, giving snarls and lifts him boldly into the air, wings beating. The shell hits where King stood seconds ago. Dust rains down. King collapses, whispering, I thought I was over. Mikon crawls towards a medical crate. Sobbing quietly, she stops to catch her breath for a moment. A targeting beam flickers on her blood-soaked bandages. She looks up, eyes wide. Oh, no. It hits her, she's dead.
Damn, yeah.
Clark and Franklin sprint to the decoy field. Clark laughs. It works! He trips. Just for a second, Franklin turns. The shell lands on Clark, killing him.
Okay.
And Bessa pushes too far into open ground. A third lock onto her future position. Battle Beast shoves her clear. The blast catches him mid-stride. He crashes into a rock, bleeding heavily. Bessa grabs the cover, furious. For the first time, Battle Beast stops laughing. Predator sees Bastion limping, Caroline trying to repair him. An easy kill. He lands it up. A target beam sweeps over him. The Predator curses and rolls away before he gets hit. Franklin attempts to retrieve Clark's final decoy array. This satellite recognizes the trick immediately. No beam, no warning. It just shoots him dead.
Shit, okay.
The Hyperion's system failure. Have a nice day. The sky goes dark. The people that learn how to counter it just immediately get fucked over.
Yeah.
Howard limps, feathers scorched, and pride wounded. I hate this planet. I hate the sand. I hate the plague doctor. Cuts him off gently. Focus. We live because we adapt. They scavenge chemicals from a busted Maliwan crate. Weiss binds her shoulder tightly. It will slim it down. Lem nods. Then choose your moments. Sweet Tooth sharpens a blade on a rock. Blood from Annual still crusted on his gloves. He doesn't hunt randomly anymore. He hunts people who run. Cosmo appears over a ridge into a vault scar. That place screams, everyone dies here. Darkness smiles blissfully, then we earn our destiny. Bell Beast's wounds are wrapped crudely. He still bleeds, but he still grins. Do not slow for me, he tells Bessa. Reed stretches across the V, I was there. Increasing the Predator's climb. The battlefield is simpler now, Reed says, which means deadlier. The Predator clicks in agreement. No sky, no cast, just prey. Real quick, this is a bit of a side tangent. Was there Mr. Fantastic that just had like monofilament hands?
What does that mean? Monofilament? What?
Filament.
I don't know.
It's like super fine, like nylon, like kind of like fishing line type of shit.
Oh, that I see. Yeah, okay. Not that I know of.
Because I remember hearing this. I just remembered. Actually, Thomas Clark talking about just like there was this like extremely brutal version of the Fantastic Four. Where they had like all the powers, but they had like no code, no reason. They were just kind of like, oh, Doctor Doom is there. We should fucking kill him, not like take him down or capture or arrest. It's like, no, kill the bastard. And there's this one goon, and Mr. Fantastic just had monofilament hands, and he just like swiped at him and just fucking annihilates him.
Yeah, that sounds.
Because like a piano wire is known to kill people.
Yeah. It looks like it would hurt.
on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh.
I had to get some firewood.
Real.
To get some firewood. Real. Every man has to have that job.
Everyone has to get their firewood.
Bastion moves slower now. Caroline holds his hand as they approach a canyon's ridge. Pyramid head and the sinner descend into the vault scar without hesitation. Sweet Tooth ambushes Dokkaebi near collapsed radio tower. She barely rises high. Ace's blade smashes the dirt where her head was. She scrambles off her SMG. Sweet Tooth kicks it away. Nightwing drops him from above. Baton cracking across Sweet Tooth's skulls. He ignores it. Oh, that tickled. He swings at him immediately. Nightwing dodges, but Dokkaebi freezes. She hesitates. Sweet Tooth lunges past Nightwing, grabs Dokkaebi by the throat, slamming her nearby tower of debris.
Shit.
Nightwing shouts her name. Sweet Tooth squeezes, then a sickening crack. She goes limp. She's dead.
Damn.
Nightwing strikes at him again, breaking ribs, face, and teeth. Sweet Tooth finally retreats, stating that I should have moved faster, and walks off.
Cold.
Just fucking ignoring headshots.
Yeah.
You missed.
That tickled.
King wanders too close to Canyon's edge, panic spiraling. He hears footsteps, imagines monsters. He backs away, the ground crumbles. Gaben lunges to grab him, too late. King slips into the vault scar, screaming until the darkness eventually swallows him.
Alright.
Hard slips on a loose shale near Skag then. Skag lunges, the plague doctor steps forward, calmly injects him mid-leap. Skag collapses instantly. Howard stares, remind me never to upset you. Gaben, enraged by King's death, attacks Mbessa head-on near the canyon's ridge. Mbessa rolls beneath fire, it bursts and slashes Gaibon wings membrane. He crashes hard. Battle Beast charges and runs. Gaibon spits fire point blank. Battle Beast tanks it, flesh burning, drives his axe to Gaibon's chest. He's dead.
Makes sense.
Frank, earlier from... Oh. Never mind. Frank's earlier chaos echoes as Sweet Tooth charges blindly through the canyon's path. Never mind. I thought it said Frank's still alive for some reason. He doesn't hear the arrow. Lamb fire once. The arrow pierces Sweet Tooth's knee. The wolf tears in, biting deep. Sweet Tooth roars, swings, but White steps in, her rapier flashing. Worth it, he states. The wolf lunges for the throat.
Alright. Damn.
In the depths of the vault scar, the sinner sets up trap along the narrow bridge. He never sees Reed stretched behind him. The predator drops silently from above. A net snaps tight, constricts the sinner's rim. As the predator tips forward, blade raised. The sinner doesn't beg. The predator stabs him. That's fucked up. They could have killed him so much earlier, but they have to make him watch his own death, basically.
Yeah. Makes sense that the Predator would do that, but not Mr. Fantastic.
Grabs him, constricts him. All right, now you're gonna die. As the Predator slowly walks up, stabs him in the chest.
Yeah. Brutal.
Hard duck and the plague duck to set up a small chemical trap. Nightwing steps into the vault bridge. Pyramid Head turns his massive helm slowly. The blade scrapes stone. Nightwing raises his Eskrima sticks. This doesn't have to end with one of us dead. Pyramid Head doesn't say anything. Nightwing advances. Nightwing darts and strikes fast. The blows land hard, but they don't do anything to Pyramid Head. Pyramid swings once.
Yeah.
Nightwing barely rolls away. The blade carving a groove into the ground below. Nightwing plants an explosive disc on the ground and flips backward. It detonates. Pyramid Head stumbles slightly. Nightwing exhales hard. I was hoping you'd be slower. Pyramid Head raises the blade again. The Nightwing charges not to attack, but to shove Pyramid off into the fractured section. The bridge gives way. Both slip. Nightwing grabs the edge when Pyramid falls. Pyramid's head is fallen to the vault scar. Dead.
Oh shit.
That's basically the only way he could have won, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
Nightwing's just having bad luck with fighting two people who just ignore.
Yeah. All the horror villains.
Malbeast grins, pray with skill. Weiss tightens her grip. We don't have to do this. And Bessa answers for him. Yes, we do. The clash. Malbeast charges. Weiss kindred intercept arrows flying. Wolf snaps at Malbeast's leg, slaying him. Weiss lands two precise thrusts, but Malbeast barrels through the pain and grabs her. Then fires point blank into his shoulder. Malbeast roars and throws Weiss aside. She hits his scrap hard and gasping, and Bessa engages Slam directly, blades flashing. Weiss struggles to rise. The wolf howls in rage and lunges again. Battlebeast overextends. Weiss finds an opening. She drives her rapier through Battlebeast's throat. He freezes, laughs, and then says "good," then dies.
Okay.
Isn't his sword like it was literally just kind of like Viking culture, and he's just the strongest one?
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I need to leave to die a great death.
He just wants to fight, and that is it.
Yay. Right. Night falls. Explosions echo in the distance. Darkness charges and Bessa in the ruins, laughing wildly. And Bessa does not laugh. She sidesteps Hook, Darkness armor joints, and uses Darkness for momentum to drive her off the ledge and into the ravine below. Darkness lasts the entire way down. The sound cuts off abruptly. She dies. And Choke Canyon and Bessa moves on now. She inhales chemical fog. She coughs once. The plague doctor steps from cover and injects a concentrated toxin to Bessa's neck. Howard fires 3 frantic shots for good measure, and Bessa stumbles and dies.
Well done.
Howard stares at the body. We just killed a woman, he states.
Correct.
Cosma hides near a vault door. He hears footsteps, relaxes too soon. The plasma bolt pierces the wall beside his head. The Predator decloaks. Kazuma raises his hands. Okay, you win, I surrender. Predator tilts his head. Reed says behind him, no witnesses.
Holy shit.
His neck is snapped.
God, okay.
Mr. Fantastic does not give a shit.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck around, apparently.
Howard the Duck and Plague Doctor can't win. How sad.
Why not?
Because they're the first ones.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let me see. Let me just spoil it for myself to see if they
just
do
see
win.
what happens.
Because then if I shoehorn it in, it'll just make it worse. Okay. It does not have him win.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So it must have fixed itself because I remember the last couple haven't had them win. I forgot to specify for some of them, and it's been fine. So I think it fixed itself.
Yeah, that's good. It's learning.
They move carefully through the rust. Howard the Duck and the Plague Doctor move carefully through the rust canyon. Howard whispers, "Statistically, we should be dead by now." The Plague Doctor replies, "Statistics do not apply to survivors. Preparation does." Set small chemical trail near the choke point. Non-lethal gas meant to disorient, not kill. Voice practices measures thrust. Her breathing controlled. I'm running low. She admits. Dust, stamina, everything. Vice practices measured thrust, her breathing controlled. I'm running low, she admits. Oda. What?
What?
Oh. What? Oh, I'm reading the wrong chapter, that's why.
See.
Okay. The Predator cloaks and vanishes. Reed stretches upward, anchoring himself to a pillar. Nightwing recalls calmly. He's circling left. Nightwing rolls aside just as Predator's spear slams to the stone where his head was. Nightwing counters with a flashbang. The clock sputters. The flash draws fire. The Predator reappears and unloads a plasma burst towards the small silhouette. Caroline shoves Bastion, but not far enough. Bastion is destroyed by the Predator's plasma blast.
What? Where do they come from?
It's just a flashbang, and as soon as the Predator can start seeing again, he just shoots at something.
I see.
Nightwing launches forward using momentum and elevation. Reed stretches, deflecting strikes, but Nightwing closes the distance. A stumbaton cracks across Reed's shoulder joints. Reed stumbles. Impressive, Reed admits. Nightwing doesn't answer. Predator appears too late. Nightwing hurls an explosive disc. Predator dies, but the blast hurls him into a glyph pillar, failing completely. Predator rises, wounded but defiant. Nightwing doesn't hesitate. One clean straight to the throat. The Predator's dead. Reed watches in silence. Wolf lunges, Lamb fires, the battlefield becomes chaos. Weiss engages Nightwing, rapier precise, measured. Nightwing parries, flips, and disengages. Reed stretches an arm, grabbing Nightwing's ankle mid-fight, just long enough. Wolf tears into it. Nightwing hits the ground hard. He rolls, strikes back, but Lamb's arrow pierces his chest. Nightwing's dead.
Makes sense.
Howard lobs a grenade towards Weiss and Kindred. The Plague Doctor shouts, "Too close!" The grenade detonates against a glyph pillar, triggering an Iridian feedback surge. Energy lashes outward. Howard is thrown off his feet, smashing into an edge of a platform. He slips. Plague Doctor lunges for him, but misses. Howard falls into the void below, screaming insults all the way down.
Iconic.
Caroline sneaks through rubble, small and quiet. She nearly makes it past Reed. Nearly. Reed turns, startled, and reflectively lashes on, stretch an arm to block her path. She trips. The floor beneath her cracks, the panel giving way. She scrambles, but slips to the void, eyes wide, not screaming. Reed just trips the doctor into the abyss.
Yeah.
Plague Doctor moves too deliberately. The wolf tackles her. The doctor tries to eject, but Weiss's blade pierces cleanly through his chest. He falls. Oh, the winner sucks. The vault narrows to a single platform. Breach stretches outward, anchoring himself everywhere at once. You cannot beat me in reach, he says. Weiss raises her rapier. Then I won't. She activates her last glyph, a gravity inversion. Reach footing shifts just slightly. Lamb fires. Reach stretches to block, but the arrow pins his arm to a pillar. Wolf lunges. Reach strains, stretches, reaching. But Weiss drives a rapier into his chest. Reed collapses, surprised more than anything. Brilliant, he whispers, then dies.
All right.
The vault does not allow shared victory, though. The golden lights fade as reading glyphs flicker violently. Weiss stiffens. Kindred. Lamb lowers her bow. Wolf growls confused. The platform contracts again, now barely wide enough for the three. Weiss steps back, breathing hard. Weiss steps back, breathing hard. Weiss says, I can't fight you, she says. You're not even one person. Lamb tilts her head. Death is always singular. The wolf circles Weiss. Hackles raised. Hackles raised. Huh. I wonder what the hell that is. Weiss reaches her rapier, but her arm trembles. Lamb just fires one shot, hits her in the chest. Weiss falls off the platform and dies. That sucks.
Yeah.
Bad ending. Alright. We just did, what,
So,
2,
wait,
6,
that was
7?
Kindred?
Yeah.
Or